Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, where you are. My name is Wei Chen Lei, and I am from Statistics Department of IO. So today I'm here to present the search enhancement on behalf of the SIS-CC community. So IO is an active participant of the community. So we have upgraded one of our instance to the latest unicorn release, and we were able to configure the instance with some of the new introduced features, and so I'm able to present you some of the new enhancement in the search area. So in the past, as you may know already, or if you remember that in the past we have a very basic search features in the in DOSTAT using the Solar search engine, and from the comments of the community that we feel that there's a lot of room to improve in this search area. So in this new release, we enabled some advanced search features, and so these are mainly in these 4 areas I'm going to cover. So we will talk about the synonyms in the search Solar search, and we will talk about using synonyms and stopwords in the search, and also I will also cover the ranking enhancement that it's configurable from the DOSTAT. So the search enhancement that's been introduced in this unicorn release it is based on the Solar search engine, which is part of the DOSTAT suite. However, if you are using some other search engines or tools in your instance, then it is also possible, but it follows the same principles. So first, let's talk about the stemming. Basically, stemming in the Solar search, what it means is it used a stem of a word, which is a root or a base form of the word, and to allow users to search in various forms. And with the stemming enabled, the user is able to have a more relaxed search, or a more advanced search, where they can find similar words that it's presented with the same base form. So, for example, if you search for a rate, then also you will find the rate in the plural form. If you search for employment or employ, then it will, with the stemming enabled, you will also find words like employing, employer, plural forms, etc. So again, for example, for education, if you search for education, it will also be able to find education or educate in your, depends on what you have in your repository. So I think I would do the demonstration at the end, but just first to go over all these areas that has been improved. So the next area of improvement is about using synonyms, and this has been discussed for quite a while in the community. Basically, that if you provide a list of synonyms to the Solar search engine, and the Solar is able to use this list as a synonym list to enhance the search experience. So basically, you group several words or phrase that has the same meaning together, and then you provide this synonym list to the Solr search engine. And also in the enhancement, the synonyms are also ASCII folded. So what ASCII folded means is that for example, in French you have a lot of words with French accents, or in Spanish you have words with some Spanish accents, and with ASCII folding, that you are able to allow users to search those accent words in specific languages without actually typing the accent characters. So this will further relax the search criteria and then improve the user's experience. I can demonstrate the use case in later on in this case. So basically, for example, you have a very typical example is a male. Like for example, in our data flows, we have a lot of statistics about the gender breakdowns. We're using male, female, etc. So in many cases, that user may not know to search based on male or female, but they may type man or woman or other words. But this is in terms of semantic meaning that they mean the same thing. So when we provide a list of these synonyms, then the Solr search engine is able to find all these words in a similar meaning. And also very often that people search the country names by using the abbreviations, the code, country code. For example, the GDP, and it's the same meaning as gross domestic product. So with this synonym list, it's very easy to configure the systems to understand a group of words or phrases. And this next area is about the Stopwords. So in the current version, when you search a phrase, let's say, for example, employment by sex and age, or you search a certain phrase, in your phrase that you may contain some very popular words, but they don't actually play a critical role in terms of search. And these are called stopwords in the Solr terminology. So ideally, you want the Solr search engine to ignore these common words that doesn't play a role in the meaning, and then you can skip these stopwords and then just focusing on the terms that you actually want to search. So by providing a list of the stopwords, that it can remove these distractions from the search. So for example, that these are some very common words that can appear in any of your data flows or in any of these search phrases. Let's say by, or, and, this kind of this word that can be ignored by the search engine. So as I said, that at I/O we have two instances. One is upgraded to the latest Unicorn release, and the one it's still in the old version. So for example, if I want to search for unemployment rates by women, okay. So this phrase that I put this in particular, I've used the plural form of the rate, and I use the word woman. So let's see if this same word, if I apply this in the old system, in the old version, that you can see that I will not get any result because it doesn't find any matches of this phrase or any of these words. However, if I search for the same phrase in the new release, that you can see that in the search result that it highlighted the words that it find by the Solr search engine. So first, you will notice that even I'm searching for the plural rate, and it also identified the stem of the word, which is the singular form of rate. And also it find in my sex dimension, it has the word female, which matches the synonym list of woman. So in one search that I demonstrated to you that the stemming, the synonym at the same time. So I also mentioned in my presentation that the stemming is also ASCII folded. So what this means is that, for example, if in French we have a lot of words that has the accent. So in the older version, that if you don't type in the exact French word with accent, you will not be able to find the result. But in the newer version, that even you search, for example, if I do search for étude in French, that the E should have accent. So in the older version, you will not be able to find, but in the new release, that you will see that with the ASCII folding, that even the French word étude can be identified in the search result, and also can be highlighted in the search result. And the last area that in my presentation talk about the search result ranking using the configurable the weight. So in the I don't want to go into the detail of the configuration because this is well documented in the DOS-Suite online documentation. But I can show you that if you are doing a free text search, let's say do again the employment. Okay, so if I search a phrase, the employment by woman, that you can see that the result appears in a certain order, and this is based on the internal calculation of the Solr search engine using a score. But also we already configured in DOS-Suite that the title have more importance than the description, and also the facet or the filter has less importance than the less weight than the title. So that's why you see that when the woman appears in the title, that it's been ranked higher in the search result, or when the employment appears in the title, then it will appear higher in the search result. So this is a configurable features in the DOS-Suite that you can specify what weight that you want to provide for certain indexed area. However, there's an additional data flow level annotation called the search weight, and this will further boost the result by adding this search weight into the score calculation. And as I mentioned in the presentation, that this annotation is not only applied to the free text search, but also applied to the facet search. So, for example, if user doesn't come in from the free text search, if the user just navigate through the category scheme, and you will see that the result will still appear in a certain order, and this order can be further adjusted or boosted by using this search weight annotation at the data flow level. So just to show you example of one of our IO's data flow. So in our data flows, we have this annotation called the search weight, and we manually give it a number. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big number. It could be any number, but in order to cover all the data flow that we have, so we have to distribute a numeric numbers evenly. But anyway, that this is the annotation that you can use to further boost the search result when Solr is calculating the score. And I would also like to mention these the stopwords that, as I mentioned in the presentation, the stopwords is not in place yet, but it will come very soon. And this is for example, if you search by employment, by sex and age, and you will see that in the search result that these words are being highlighted because they appears in your search phrase. So the by and the and these are the stop words that should be filtered out, should be ignored by the Solr search engine, just to avoid the distractions, because they don't play any role in the search. So when the stop words is enabled in near future, then this word will not be highlighted in the search result anymore. So we will only focus on the keywords of the search phrase.